Hello, welcome here again, Facebook world. This is Milton Johnson, your financial coach. I help professional and small business owners increase their savings and investments to reach their financial goals and retirements through my roadmap to financial freedom method. So welcome again here. This is Sunday, so look forward to seeing the ones that are coming on, the ones that are going to see this in the replay. Definitely excited as we go through this challenge. It's been a great thing to have you aboard as I appear every day. I had to miss yesterday, been on the trip, but I am back here today. I just want to talk about something I see a lot of people, especially when it comes to finance or anything in your life, is how to stay focused on your journey to where you want to be. On this journey, I want you to be focused on your financial freedom, but also how to stay focused on your way of life, with families, with your career, with your job. How do I stay focused on this journey? I just want to talk about a couple of stories, a couple of things I want to talk about and to bring it into perspective. As I mentioned before, I am a Marine Corps veteran. And I remember that when I was in Parris Island, boot camp, have sand fleas everywhere. One of the most important things we worked on was staying disciplined, staying focused. And we would go through a series of marching drills every day. And one thing we would have to do is once we stop was we would have to stand in attention or parade rest. And when we when parade rest or attention, we could not move. You can't be shifting your head this way or that way or scratching your face. You had to stay focused and look ahead. You had to stay at attention. You could not move. This was very important in our training process. I even saw one recruit that was in front of me. He was so into staying focused and disciplined that, we had our sleeves rolled up, and he was standing at attention. And I saw a dragonfly fly beside his arm, and the dragonfly started biting him. I was like, wow, looking at what's going on. And as the dragonfly was biting him, I had never seen a dragonfly bite anyone. Blood started trickling down his arm. He still did not move. He was staying focused. He didn't twitch or anything. He stayed standing at attention. The dragonfly was biting him. And our drill instructor noticed it, and he came over there, in this drill instructor voice, you want to kill my dragonfly, don't you? You want to kill my dragonfly. You better not kill my dragonfly. You better not hit my dragonfly. So the recruit did not hit the dragonfly, but the dragonfly eventually flew away. But he stayed focused and in attention as that dragonfly was biting his arm and blood was coming out. And that showed just how much focus and discipline that was in the military. But that same focus you need to put towards your finances. Just imagine if you focus on saving, if you focus on growing your investments, regardless of the noise that come towards you, Amazon Prime. You see all these online sales, savings. You have it on TV, sales hitting you. You've been bombarded about about these sales. It's 50% off, 25% off, 75% off, and you distracted, and so you are not focused and disciplined. And I want you to be like another example I'm about to explain, and it's Peter. It's actually in the book of Matthew, the 14th chapter. And it talks about when Peter walked on water. And this is when Jesus was actually walking on water towards the ship. And the disciples were in the ship, and they thought it was a ghost. They said, it must be a ghost walking on water. They had never seen anyone do this. And then Peter, one brave soul, said, if it is you, Lord, let me walk on water as well. Jesus said, come on. Just paraphrasing. Come on, walk, Peter. And Peter began to walk on water. He started to do something that no one else had been recorded as doing. He did something that not the other disciples were bold enough to ask. He stepped out. That's one of the most important things. He stepped out, so he took an action. He stepped out. He didn't think about it. He stepped out because he said he could do it. And he walked on water. And the thing about Peter, with all of his faith, he was focused. He wasn't even thinking about anything. He was focused on walking towards Jesus. And as long as he was focused on Jesus, he was able to walk on water. But the thing about sometimes we lose our focus and we look at other things that are going on. And Peter started to look at the waves and the wind was blowing. And as soon as he lost his focus, he started to sink. And it took Jesus to come down, grab him by the hand, and lift him up. And how many times that we lose our focus? We have a plan, either in life or finances, and we take our eye off the ball and we start to sink. We look at the chatter, the noise. We look at the Jones, they bought a new vehicle. And you're like, wow, if they bought that vehicle, if they can do it, I can do it as well. So now you're losing your focus. You have a plan of reaching, buying a house, a plan of retirement planning, a plan of college saving for your kids. But now you look at what something else is going on, or someone else is saying, well, let's go out here to this party, or let's take this trip. It wasn't in your budget, it wasn't in your plan, and you lose sight, and now you're $1,000, $2,000 out of pocket of something you did not plan on doing because you wasn't focused. You listened at the noise of what everyone else was saying, and so you became focused on that. And when we become focused on that, guess what? Something sink. Even in our career, how many of us have been focused on moving up or getting promoted on our job? But we listen to the chatter of probably our fellow co-workers. Oh, you can't do that. They're not going to hire you. They want to hire someone that's black. They want to hire someone that's white. They want to hire someone that's tall. They want to hire someone that's fat or skinny. I mean, whatever it may be. I mean, you're not educated enough. You're not smart enough. You're too educated. You too this, you too that. And you start to lose focus on what your goal is, to move up, to get whatever it takes, even a certification, a degree, networking with other people, whatever it is doing. I mean, coming to work on time, being there every day, being held accountable, doing your job that you're supposed to do. Things that help get you promoted, not just because I come to work and show up. Oh, I'm so good and blessed that they just should just promote me. I mean, that's crazy to think. You need to do that's your responsibility. You're supposed to do that. But how about going beyond? How about doing something that stands out? How about doing something that, say, I'm going to do a little bit more to stand out, that gains attention. So when it is time for promotion time, I have a leg to stand on instead. I just can't hear it every day. Or, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. So whatever you want to do, stay focused. Or grow on your family. You want your marriage to be successful. Stay focused on your marriage. Stop looking to the outside. What this woman may be saying, what this guy may be saying, what the world is telling your girlfriend, you should do this. Your homeboys, man, if I was you, I would do this. No, stay focused on your journey. You want to be married for life? It takes a journey. I know. I've been married 29 years. It haven't always been easy, but we had to stay focused even through the distractions, which are going to happen. That's the natural way of life. But you got to look and zoom at what you want to be. I know we look at our finances. Well, how can I stay focused on the finance? I know we've been talking about this journey to financial freedom. What can I do? One thing you need to do is just start tracking on how you're doing your spending. Find out how you're spending. You say, well, I already know that. I look at that every day. Believe me, you do not really know. When you start writing down everything, and when I do this exercise on clients, they are surprised. Write down everything for 30 days and find out where your spending is actually going. Because we don't count things like buying coffee, getting a soda, buying some chips, things of that nature. Or we may give something away, you know, I just want to help someone out, $5, $10 here and there. All of that adds up. And you want to start a new habit for 30 days. Usually you start something for 30 days. You can become a habit. So that's why when I work with a client, let's find out where you are. Let's look at your finances, let's look at your expenses, and let's develop a way that you can stay focused. Because that's one thing I know that I'm good at, staying focused and disciplined, especially in finance. I've done it before, helped me get my first house. Now, even when I became unfocused, when I got back on the road to doing it, I was able to get, another house and another house, things of that nature. But so the thing about it is doing something every day, getting into a routine of doing it. And once you get into a routine, it becomes a habit. If you're a person that likes coupons, if you're doing it on a regular basis, it becomes a habit, and that's a good way of saving money. If you get in the habit of saying no, I know this is hard for some people. Sometimes you have to say no to some things. Your homeboys come on, hey man, let's go out, let's go, get some, do some shots, let's go out and party. We have a good time. Let's go out here fishing or even hunting. And that wasn't on your agenda. And some of those things can actually cost money. You might say, hey, I'm focused. Maybe, if you are a hunter, instead of hunting like several times during hunting season, you may hunt just a couple of times because you're focused on what you want to do. Or if you want to go out your homegirls and they want to go on shopping sprees, so they can look their best life and look Instagram, whatever, social media a certain way, and say, hey, I can't go shopping all of the time, but hey, I might be able to go out once every blue moon. You may have to cut some things out because you want to still enjoy life, but you still want to stay focused on your goal. If you still want to retire as a millionaire, have $1 million in your retirement, that takes focus. And that takes you doing stuff on a daily basis, not waiting and say, well, in 5 years, I'm going to do that. No, 10 years, I'm going to do this. Or when I get to a certain age, I'm going to start doing this. No, it starts now, because the small things that you do now are going to add up to the big things over the years. So this is the thing where you want to start like a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 15, 25-year plan, whatever it takes to get to that goal, because they're actually going to help you stay focused on what you need to do. And getting a financial person, like a coach, expert to help you is definitely a way to go. As I said before, always write it down on paper. Continue to write those goals down. Write it, even if you have to write it on a poster, it doesn't matter. But that will keep you focused in some sort of discipline. I remember my daughter actually did that when she was in high school. She wrote a vision poster, and she posted it on her wall. She was able to look at it every day. And one of the visions was to go to the University of Georgia. And she had listed some things that she wanted, a goal, some things she wanted to do, some of her goals. She wrote it down. And she was in high school. She was a high school senior. And she continued to just look at that poster on a daily basis. She started knocking out some things on that visionary poster. She started to work towards it. And guess what? Some of those things became reality. Think that she had everything. She ended up going to the University of Georgia. She eventually graduated, not with 1 degree, but 2 degrees and a minor. And she continued her path to getting a master's as well. But it took strategy. It took staying focused. It took staying disciplined. Even going through college, I knew during my college days, you had to stay focused and disciplined. If you want to get some good grades, you had to study. You had to focus. You can't go out every night with your buddies, your friends, but you had to show some sort of discipline. And that goes in with everything we do. We need to stay focused on it and not be distracted by what people say, but what you say. What do you say about yourself? What do you say about your financial goals? What do you say about your career? What do you say about your family? What do you say about your marriage, your relationship? Is it dictated by others, or is it dictated by you? Are you focused on what you're supposed to be doing, or are you going to be easily distracted and go a different way than what you're supposed to be going. But if you continue to just stay focused, I believe you can achieve your dreams. I know you can. I know you could get, whatever you want. And if you believe and you have faith, I believe it can work. But the thing about it is, how do you make it work? And then there's some things in there that say faith without work is dead. So it requires some work. And sometimes it may be more than just you. You may need someone to help you out along this journey, because we can't do everything by ourselves. Sometimes it takes some help to push things through. Even Moses, when he needed some help to hold up his hand, he had to be in the earth to help do it, to do that. He had some people hold up his hand when the Israelites were fighting. He had some assistance, even Jesus, on this earthly ministry. He had some disciples that were going out doing work. He empowered them, but it wasn't just him. He had disciples with him as well. So you may need some help to achieve your goal. And if you need help, it's no harm and no embarrassment to reach out and say, I need some help to reach my goal. It's better to have some help reaching your goal than just be by yourself and then have no clue and don't come close to reaching your goal or your strategies or financial dreams that you have in place. You're just talking words, but you need to put it into action. So I thank you for doing that. Oh, hi, Tiffany. Thank you for coming on. And so maintain that discipline, maintain that focus on this journey. And I believe if you do that, you are definitely going to be successful. But I want you to let you know, this is Milton Johnson. And if you need me in any way, especially dealing with finance, definitely you can hit this link. You see this chain link here? It will actually give you access to my website. Go to contact. You actually have my number. You can actually set up an appointment as well. And if you say, I don't want to do it, you actually can DM me as well as doing that. But I want to hear from you. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about, any financial topics, definitely feel free to put those in the chat. Or either you could DM me about something that you want me to talk about concerning your finances. I definitely want to be able to help you in that area. Like I say, I've been working in brokerage firms as financial advisor, and I worked in several tax firms as well. And I have over 20 years of working in church finances. So whatever you have, I think I'll be able to figure out what we can do to help you reach that goal, or either have a conversation about that. But I enjoyed you for being on this Facebook Live. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. You be blessed. I look forward to tomorrow.